oh damn, oh damn. Damn! This card is too damn good. Guilty Empress, Darkface, Gredora. Vanguard circle, 1 turn, counterblast 1, and choose a card from your G zone face up. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent cannot stand units during the stand phase, nor call other units from their hand. Also, auto Vanguard circle, when it attacks, Soul Blast 1 as a cost, search your deck to up to 1 grade 3 card, call it to Rearguard circle, and it gets power plus 10k until the end of your turn. Shuffle your deck. My god, this card's amazing. It's literally everything that you kind of sort of want in a Mega Colony card, and everything that you kind of sort of want to play as a Mega Colony stride. We finally have some very decent strides. So for one, not only you can play Gredora and machining now, but you can have machining mechanics in Gredora. That's amazing. Now that's just crazy. Secondly, you are guaranteed to stun your opponent's Vanguard. You know what? I can't even continue this. This is shit. You get to stun all of your opponent's units, and they can only call stuff from their hand. That's even Obtirandus a little bit in that skill. Put on top of that with the grade 3 Gredora's original skill that allows you to take away a couple of spaces, so you even have more of a pursuit of Obtirandus. I'm sorry, Obtirandus is out the deck now. You're out the deck. Obtirandus is done. I'm sorry, because you're literally gonna be playing like the Zoo Nation. What do you call it? What is it called? Like the because it's not the Zero Dragon. Is wait, I forgot what they actually call it. Shit. Let me get this for a real quick. Okay, if I'm butchering, I'm butchering it. Progenitor? Promogenate? Whatever. The new shit. The new shit. Just put it that way. Just put it that way. I don't care if I butcher it out. I don't care. The new zoo card, which is also interesting, may I add. I'm gonna get to him in a minute, actually, because that nigga's amazing too. But man, you have him in the deck, you got Zoa in the deck, you got Overwhelm in the deck. If you're playing machining, you have Desbot. You don't really have to use Machine Destroyer anymore, because you got 2 good strides that can actually stun shit. And I will even throw the GB8 in still, because the GB8 is still fucking amazing. You have all of that in the deck. There's no room for Obtirandus. Now, maybe I could be wrong, because Obtirandus is still a skill that you can use against there's still a skill you can use against Gize. Like if they have all 5 of the cards binded. Wait a minute, fuck no, you got the new Gredora, because I forgot they can only call shit from their hand. So if they do so happen to have all 5 Zero Dragons binded, they still can only call stuff from hand, and they can't restand. Fuck that, Obtirandus is out the deck. I'm sorry, that nigga's done. It's like, Obtirandus was my boy, but I'm sorry, you cause way too much. You cause way too much minus right now. You have to counterblast 2. You have to discard from hand. You have to minus hand. You're not really getting any hand from it. I'm sorry, Obtirandus is done. I mean, at least with Overwhelm, you can either get 1 card in hand, no cards in hand, and still get a extra drive and an extra critical. And then with her second one, you can draw as many cards as rearguard circles they have. So if you're going against XL and they have like a full field, oh my god, so many cards in your hand is ridiculous. It's like sometimes I don't even really want to drive check at that point. I have enough cards in my hand. I mean, and then you got like, then you have like this new Gredora that not only allows you to stun your whole opponent's field and make sure they don't restand, they can only call stuff from hand. You got the regular Gredora that also allows you to prevent your opponent from calling stuff into one circle. Obtirandus is done. And then you got the GB8 that's still pretty good. Not only that happens, it gets 5k. All of your units get 5k. No. Yeah, they get 5k for like what? Each rested unit on your opponent's field. And they lose all their auto abilities, and the fact that all of your units get it, vanguards and rear guards, front row and back row. That shit's amazing. So yeah, fuck that. Obtirandus is done. Of course you got like the new critical triggers that came out, and you got all the new other stuff that like showed up in the game. So that's actually pretty good. So next, I want to talk about Megaloma, the Progenitor dragon of Regal birth. That's how you say it, Progenitor. Okay, Progenitor dragon of Regal birth, Megaloma. In the G zone, this card cannot be turned face up by abilities. If this card is face up, you can strike without paying the strike cost. On the Vanguard circle, when placed, you can discard 2 cards in your hand, and for one time during the next turn when you will lose, return all the cards from your hand and damage zone to your deck and shuffle it. Put the 5 cards on the top of your deck into your damage zone at the end of the turn instead. Perform all effects and rule actions. Okay, so I'm already could tell that this is one of the more controversial cards that the game has to offer, because you get to survive, you know, a majority of stuff because of this card. However, it's not as survivable as you think. So let's be real. If you take damage by criticals, you still have to take the criticals. I'm sorry. Not to mention that you're still at 5 damage. So once you restart the whole thing, so you still have to take the critical damage for one. But outside of that, that shit's amazing. You also got to remember that Gize is still a thing. So if you're at 6 damage and you still have to take more damage from the Zero Dragons, yeah, you better hope you get a Miracle Heal right then and there, because either that, you're not really surviving that still, and all of that would have went to waste. Next, you're also discarding 2 cards from hand, so that is a thing too. And then you also got to remember that it only works for one of your opponent's turns. So they can do either 2 things. They don't really have to kill you that particular turn. Or if they do, they have to hope that like all the criticals go into effect while you're at 5 damage. And then you also got to remember that you're potentially wasting a stride turn into hoping to survive a turn. So you also have to predict when this card will be very good. So that's another thing. I mean, I feel like the card is very good on paper, but at the same time, it feels too situational. Like, I'm not really dogging it. It's actually a pretty good card. Like, it reminds me of like that buddy fight mechanic where like a lot of cards like burn Nova when you're about to lose the match and then something comes in and saves your ass for no apparent reason. But like, damn, I'm actually glad that something like that kind of sort of exists in the Zoo Nation, because I'm loving it right now. But outside of that, I'm not really going to say that this is the best one out of all of them. I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say that I love this fucking card. This shit is amazing. I will admit, after looking at all of the Progenitor cards, like especially like the C one, the one that's supposed to be like in the Magnolia, or however the fuck you say that shit, where they get to retire shit. That shit's ridiculous. After looking at all of them, they're pretty worthy of being in the set. And looking at this premium collection, I feel like the best thing about this set, in my honest opinion, is not only it caters towards a lot of the standard support that's been going on in standard lately as far as all the clans go, but it also makes it to where every single card in this set is good. Like, of course there's going to be some cards that are better than others, but let's be real, every single card in this set is amazing. It's very good. The effects are satisfying. Everything about this set is basically a reason for anybody to get into premium and everything like that, just in case they're like one of like the standard communists and whatnot. I mean, overall, everything in this set is just good. I'm loving it. I definitely can't wait for this set to come out. I'm gonna hate going against a lot of these cards, I will admit though, but if it means that every single clan gets a good stride, even the ones that already do have good strides, I'm all up for it. But for now, this is your boy, Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Savage Armor Jones Giraffe, signing out.